The scale of this project was massive. I massively underestimated how big it was going to be when I took it on.
No one else in the industry has done this. No one else in the corporate office setting have done this.
We wanted to achieve one of the world's healthiest workplaces. Whilst incredibly exciting, it was also incredibly scary.
I had no idea what it takes in creating a space like this.
Once we'd got the team on board and started to work out what do you put in a building to create one of the world's healthiest workplaces, and that was really the exciting moment.
The aspiration was how we create a physical embodiment of the strategy of the company, who we are at GSK.
Health and well-being had to be at the center of this project.
We want people in the building to be healthy, to perform at their best, to help produce more medicines to help more people.
Which links back to GSK's strategy, which is by the end of 2030 to help positively impact the health of 2.5 billion people.
We actually brought the whole team, from the designer all the way to the decorators, on board at the same time.
I remember we did a all-hands day workshop in a treehouse. The idea was to brainstorm what it meant to be one of the world's healthiest workplaces.
You have to have the right people in the room to brainstorm the ideas and then drive the delivery forward. One part of that is involving GSK employees. So we carved out a space within the old HQ in Brentford at GSK House and invited GSK employees to come into the space. We essentially tested loads of different things. We tested different types of coffee beans, different types of technology, different types of furniture, and vote on their favourite aspects within that space.
We were constantly getting feedback, information, likes, dislikes, that ultimately fed into what you see today.
GSK have absolutely set the standard with this building, really putting health and well-being at the center of the strategy. Every decision that they've made, every slight change in the detail in the design has been because they understand how it impacts people's health and well-being.
We've got 15 different types of workspace. So that could be a focused area, it could be a collaboration area, it could be our new round tables, all accessible as well to ensure that we are inclusive within our design. We flooded it with natural sounds, bird sounds and running water at a specific level. The babbling brook sound that you'll hear on the working floor plate is to reduce stress. The more natural spa sounds that you hear on the wellness floor are for relaxation.
Circadian lighting, which mimics the natural daylight. Biophilic spaces, plants, greenery. It does psychologically improve people's mental well-being.
We've got hundreds of sensors across this building, looking at the number of people on site, where they're sat, but also the environmental conditions of the building. So looking at pollen levels, looking at temperature, looking at lighting, looking at humidity, the CO2 levels. If I was coming into the building today and I wanted to get my head down in a cooler area of the office that was quieter, I could use and access that information on Community app, but also on the wayfinding screens across the building. The principle is you come to the office, use the technology that we have within the space to help inform you on where works best.
Where you would normally find the C-suite, in GSK you find the wellness floor. The services that are in here are pretty much the same as what you would have from a premium gym on the high street.
The space is not just for GSK employees, it's for anyone who uses this building, and it's free. Normally in a corporate office setting, you're in the basement, but obviously being up on the 9th floor, you have some challenges with people running on treadmills or dropping weights on the floor. The floor below is the large conferencing and town hall space. We had to be really creative from an engineering standpoint as to how do we reduce that reverberation across the rest of the building, create an environment for people to thrive. So on the wellness floor in the gym area, there is Europe's largest active dampening system.
We had to crank the floor up, and essentially the floor is on like a bed of springs. You can't feel it when you walk in, but overall it dampens the sound and the noise.
One of the most amazing parts of this building, and what often surprises people the most, is that sat in the basement in the heart of central London is a vertical farm which grows the equivalent of 1.1 to 1.5 acres of produce, and is the largest vertical farm within Europe within a corporate office setting, which is providing highly nutritious food. We use it for local schools, local charities. We teach local school children about the importance of healthy eating, sustainable agriculture. So that is showing how this building is starting to trickle out its effect of health and well-being into the local community.
The Orangery is our restaurant. We took it, put it down onto the ground floor, and then removed all the barriers and allowed the public to use that space as well. That farm produces produce which is far more nutritious than you would have from a supermarket. Plus, its carbon impact is almost zero because it travels pretty much 12 foot from the farm into the kitchen, which is next door.
A breakthrough moment for myself and a lot of members of the team was those first couple of days when people came into the space. It's been a lot of build-up in terms of how different this building was to the old HQ, and seeing people really embrace that change was really exciting. I still wake up thinking, have we done it? Were we successful?
Our post-study has proven that we've improved cognitive performance. We've increased the amount of sleep that people get when they work here. We've decreased the distractibility that they have within the spaces, and we've improved their working memory within different features of the site.
Looking at the data that we've collected, we can definitely say that this building is one of the world's healthiest workplaces. The metrics have significantly improved in performance, in health, so physical health particularly. We can see more people are using the gym every day, more people are commuting to work actively.
We did achieve what we wanted to do, and all of those sleepless nights were worth it.
It's been recognised across the industry, putting employee well-being and wellness at the heart of everything that we've done.
I hope the industry is looking at it and seeing like this potentially could come the template for what other corporate offices do. And that is hopefully the long-standing legacy of this building and what we've created here.